Abstruse beats.
Today, I want to talk about writing bars. You might be familiar with those words. People say they spit bars. So, I wanted to talk a little bit about how to approach that, how to understand it, and how to go about gaining bars in your verse. So, what I have here is a song that I had recorded. If you notice here in the top, it has, 1 through 8. So it's 8 measures. Actually, 1 through 9 would be 8 measures. This would actually help if I turn on the metronome. So I have it on, and it's pretty slow. So the reason I'm mentioning that is that's how you can count, the size of your verse and how much you've already wrote. And the reason I'm mentioning this is because in the past I did have a problem with knowing how much to write. And I would fill up pages. I'd fill up a whole page. And I'm talking about taking the whole column on a row on a page. And I would fill up the whole page. And I was going to a studio at that time. I was pretty young. I was maybe 17, maybe younger than that. And I would pay this guy to use the studio. He would record us, me and a group of guys, and we would spit verses that were they had to be in the number of maybe 36 bars or something like that because they were really lengthy. And he was a little bit older than us, and he was very knowledgeable when it came to writing lyrics and things of that nature. And he tried to tell us, you guys, your verses are too long. But of course, at that point, we were, young and seeking, the glory and trying to be, the most talked about person on the song. And I really didn't listen to what he was trying to tell me, but he was basically talking about bars, and he was basically telling me that I had too much. Most of the times people will have too little. I'm going to point these things out to you, and this will help you. If you have a DAW, you can use it to your advantage. This is a 16 measures. One of the pointers I wanted to mention is that when you first approach a song, that you can actually start with the first few words. In this case, the first words that I started off with were anywhere you want will go. So notice. Anywhere you want will go. When I was first writing this song, those were the first words that I wrote down in my phone. Rather than having to go start from the top every time, you can record just this first piece right here, which was anywhere you want will go. And that's what I did. I recorded this first piece and I stopped there. But this is how it was in the beginning. It was just that first part, anywhere you want will go. What I would do is get another track like this one right here, whatever else I'm going to write. So I would just listen to this piece and then I added these words. And so that's what you can do. You can just continue to add on pieces, and rather than start from the beginning all the time, it'll help you to gain those bars. That's what I was doing. I just kept adding to it, 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 and then as well, see, I had a chorus coming up right here, so I knew that I had to keep adding, which is represented by this red track, up until I got to the green part. And once you get to maybe, let's say, to the middle, the ninth, at the end of the eighth bar, rather than having to start from the very beginning all the time, you can just start from here because you already have all this pre-recorded. And of course, once you do have everything that was step for step for step, you want to go back and then record it all the way through without having all those breaks. See, it looked a little something like this, where I had a cut, a cut, a cut, a cut, a cut. See how all these are broken into cuts, and that's how it'll look, but once you go through full recording all the way through, you won't have any of those cuts, and it'll be just one clean take. So I hope this was helpful in helping you to count your bars and also how to approach it and how to gain the bars. Thank you.
Abstruse beats.